Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the Go Mode Podcast Mentor Tournament 2021. Oh, geez, that's a mouthful. Today we've got Tjjoll, mentored by TreySpyre, versus Daxam Lhant, versus mentored by Megawott. I'm BenCreighton in the commentating booth, joined by Vextopher. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, Ben. Excited for this 3-in-1 matchup. Yeah, so settings today, as with the rest of the Swiss rounds, we're doing a Sword Assured Seed open. So we're starting with the sword, but we're finishing with the dead pig.
I mean, I would hope so. We could finish with a double forfeit. Who knows? Who's to say? Things could get crazy, but typically we kill, at least one person kills a pig.
Yeah, I'm not sure what these runners' preferences are starting off, but since we got an open seed, there's the Sank start and there's the house start into Uncle.
Yeah, that Uncle start's been kind of de rigueur in this tournament, but you do occasionally see the odd Sank start. But I think an Uncle start is, I know it's a bit of a meme, but I think it does make a lot of sense when you have that sword and you know you can go right into front of escape.
I'm one of the few, I think, that still does the Sank start. Yeah, I just think it's easier. You're always going to go to CAC, and you can route Uncle back in with the same save and quit anytime, and there's a chance that you won't need to, and you can wrap it in with Mirror later.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely nothing wrong with a good old-fashioned Sank start. And speaking of starts, here we go on TJ's side.
Yeah, we're both starting. Yeah, it looks like we're going to get some good sync. Immediate map check. We got a Pendant in Hera and 2 crystals. Both runners knowing that right away.
Yep, and that's the green pendant, it looked like, up there in Hera. Always interesting to see one of those relatively low-value dungeons get a little more juice from that green pendant.
Let's see. Tier 1 tree pole, nothing. No, it's magic. Oh,
yeah,
tier
looks
0.
like yeah, Daxam maybe forgot to kill the guard there.
Hit the red guard with the sign and then slashed him once instead of twice.
Ah, that's what it was.
We got bombs on Uncle, though, so that's a good... Green rupees, so they're variety 1, right? Green guards.
Yep, of course, that particular prize pack, less of an issue when might not even be going to the back at all.
I like getting the extra magic in the pull while you're there on Daxam's side.
Yeah, and looks like TJ having the same idea, and yeah, why not? You're right there. Might not ever come in handy, but it costs virtually no time.
Actually, TJ got it extra, and Daxam got it because didn't get it the first time.
Oh, yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, we
little...
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say we got a little bit of a lead already. About a room on Daxam's side. This is a good old-fashioned execution race.
Yep, as fun as it is to see that early divergence, it's also nice to see the runners just neck and neck for a little while so that you can get a sense for what the execution difference might be.
TJ made up a little bit of time with the spin strats and the boomerang chest room.
Not a whole lot to get excited about here yet, just a piece of heart.
Oh, we're slowly picking up speed. Yeah, looking like Uncle Start is not panning out too good.
Yeah, it's hard to get too broken up about it, though. It's a rare seed that you're able to skip it altogether. So do it soon, do it late. Who cares?
Ah, agreed. 300 rubies, that'll be useful though.
Yep. If nothing else, we've got plenty of cash to pay the bottle merchant and to also pay Zora, should we be so inclined.
It looks like we are gonna go to Dark Cross. We did get the map, didn't we?
I believe so. So unless it's the small key in there.
It's the small key. I don't know if I would do this just purely because we don't have the small key already. So you might just get a small key and then, well, I guess you could do the back though if that happens. So maybe it's not the worst thing, no matter what.
Yeah, it's a bit of a gamble. And speaking of moods, moves and moods that you don't often see. Dax putting off CAC for the moment and heading to the dam first.
I think Obscure Lifelorn did this in the semifinal, or the third, fourth place match. One of them did full clear of everything except for CAC.
Yeah, and you know, it's not a terrible move. You got those bombs from Uncle, so you can get into Mini Moldorm, you can get into Ice Rod Cave if you go that far, and when you have that assured sword, you don't have to worry about killing those Moldorms.
Yeah, it's actually really interesting to me that both runners decided to take a non-conventional, almost, a little bit of a gamble going here first. Both two different ways.
But typically what you're hoping to see if you're putting off CAC, that also being one of those locations that it's very unlikely you'll be able to skip altogether throughout the whole run. You're hoping to see that flute or a bottle.
Oh, the mirror and Sank chest. Yeah, it looks like TJ got lost in the Dark Cross.
Yep, it happens. And there's a glove in Mini Moldorm. But, heads up play from TJ there as soon as he found that mirror. Hammered on that Y button, which is a little bit faster to get to the entrance of Sank than walking.
Yep, finding those gloves is kind of nice. Over there, you come over here first. It doesn't really open anything up for you now, but we'll probably check back of escape, maybe even before we go to CAC.
Yeah, no reason not to.
Mushroom spots, 5 rupees. We're just not going to grab it. Some more bombs, always useful. The Lost Woods drop down. Let's see what Ice Rod Cave's got. The lamp right away, so no dark rooms for us.
Yep, that'll put that Dark Cross into logic, and Dax will know whether it's worth going to from the back.
Yeah, Dax also remembering Tamir after grabbing it. Yep, so we are going to do back of escape right away.
Yep, I like the play. Just give yourself 3 more tries to get something useful before going into CAC, that bottle or that flute. Meanwhile, it looks like we've got a cape in Blind's hideout.
Yep, and a bottle.
And that was the small key in back of escape, so let's see what's in the Dark Cross. Not so dark with that lamp.
Not dark with the lamp. Also got Cane of Burna, looks like. In the back. So both runners having invulnerability items, just different ones.
And TJ not going to be missing out on that big 20, which was all that was hiding there in Dark Cross. Does find a fire rod.
Yeah, I imagine after he goes to Mini Moldorm and Ice Rod Cave, he'll go to back of escape though, so we'll probably see it anyways. With the lamp.
Yeah, there's unless you find something that pulls them in a vastly different direction. Typically, the next time you save and quit after finding that glove.
Yeah, we absolutely are not hurting for money in this seed, so there's definitely no worries there.
Yep, that'll pay for Zora, for pod entrance, and enough left over for some bottle refills, should we so desire.
Yeah, and the rest of the games.
And
more money.
Our tracker Ken in the chat bringing up a good point, which is that Hera is now in logic with that glove, lantern, and mirror, and with the green pendant up there, that's a potentially a valuable play.
And I probably would do that first before you go over to Saha. Maybe. You're likely gonna dip Hera regardless.
Yeah, I could see doing Saha first, hoping to find something like a hammer to open up more of the mountain before committing to that play, but it's...
Yeah, no, I'd agree with you. It would be a gamble to go up to Hera first.
Yeah, it's a judgment call.
I think you probably at least go rescue the old man for the save and quit point. It looks like we are going up on Daxam's side.
Yep, and yeah, when you put it that way, it doesn't cost you any time, any extra time, I should say, just to go ahead and rescue the old man, so why not?
No, and without the flute, I mean, the save and quit point's kind of useful. We're rewarded with some blue mail. That'd be a nice little safety. Yeah, so we are just gonna rescue him. We'll be done. Oh, looks like we're gonna go all the way over to Agina on TJ's side.
Yeah, this is a bit more of a gambly play, but if it winds up being something like that hammer or hook shot, lots of
pearl.
Yeah, lots of things it could be.
Get the info of the ledge first. Like some bombs.
Yeah, that I'm a little less hype about that play. It's a long walk both ways across the desert with no boots for information on something that you can't collect yet anyway.
And we put off the race game check on Daxam's side and went straight up the mountain from CAC. And now we're going to check library and race game. So I don't hate it. I like it. Nothing in either. Actually, big 20 for both.
Yeah, well, and actually this is Daxam's first time heading into CAC. Still needs to collect his fire rod and cape.
Oh, you're right. I totally didn't realize. I thought I saw him in CAC earlier.
Nope, he hit up Lost Woods and then did a lumberjack check and headed up the mountain from there.
We're about to get our mids over on TJ's side. So where do you think our Dark World's access is coming from this seed?
I'm calling French vanilla moon pearl. It's gonna be behind green pendant.
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah, that's the other thing to weigh when you're thinking about a Saha play versus a Hera play is if you go do Hera first, turn in that green pendant on your first trip over there.
Yep. I mean that's the question, whether it matters. I mean, you know. Yeah, I don't know. Without the bow, Eastern's not very, unless there's something in Saha, those 3 checks. But you've got more checks going up the mountain, right? Because you've got Spec Rock, Cave, and the 2 items in Hera. So you're 1 extra item going up there first with a chance, or plus green pendant. right? And so you might not have to go up to Paradox or anything like that until after Dark World, so you can wrap in East or Light and Dark Death Mountain together. I don't know. I think it's a reasonable choice either way.
But there is another possible choice, and it looks to be the one that TJ's making. You could do the fake flip play to Zora.
Yeah, no, for sure, because that's in logic with the myths. So, Zora having the pearl or hammer or something would be pretty gross.
Yeah, TJ seems to be in the mood, or maybe that's coming from his mentor TreySpyre. Seems to be in the mood to gamble some of these low percent plays, hoping to find a payout. And there's the pearl up on top of Spec Rock.
Yeah, well, we got Bombos on the island too, so, and the blue, we got a blue pot on. What are we falling for? TJ.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a fat finger issue, but
it was probably a go down and get it, and then go down. Not what I meant. Yeah, no, that blue potion's gonna be nice. Plus, obviously, the Moon Pearl sitting on Spec Rock. Yeah, I agree with Rain. Rainman's saying that not the biggest fan of going fake flippers without the pearl, just because you can't get, or boots for water walking, right? Just because you can't get waterfall.
Yeah, but it's not the worst, as Rainman says, when you have that mirror in tow. If you do it the other way around, you're orphaning catfish, so might as well.
Yep. Skipping out, there's one item in here already, so that's good. Do we have to do the basement? Not yet. Oh, it's always good to see when you first items downstairs, and then, or first items. What is that map spot? Claw key spot.
Yep. Just a Fisher Price shield on the Zora ledge. It's always a little bittersweet when you see something you want there when you can't get it yet.
Lifeless.
And a scam from the scamfish.
Yeah, well, that doesn't feel very good. We did get a map check on Daxam's side when he went into Dark World. I'm not sure I saw everything. I think I saw a pendant pod, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm afraid I was not looking closely. Looks like our tracker was able to fill in a red crystal in Turtle Rock, but that's about it. So we'll hope to catch more on TJ's side.
Still no item. Yeah, at this point, Mulder might have 2 items. I think we're gonna go rescue the. Well, we haven't done back escape yet on TJ's side either. Nope, we're gonna go up the mountain. Oh, this NMG Moldorm with the fighter sword spins.
Yep, Dax is making it look easy though.
Yeah, no,
he knows those
really
patterns.
Well. Oh, getting the cape out.
Oh, very nice.
Smart. You got it. You might as well use it.
Yeah. And just 10
10
arrows for his troubles, but we'll see if this green pendant pays out.
Yeah, Hera so far looking optional, but we'll know after the green pendant turn in. So that's certainly where we're going next. It's all we got left. That and Zora.
Yep, at this point we need a hammer or another glove for more conventional Dark World access, or I mean, we've got that Aga play, but we don't want to make it if we can avoid it. Well, but as I say that,
Oof, we're going. Man, I think what was on Lumberjack Ledge? I don't think it was nothing, wasn't it?
I did not see.
Both runners checked it. I just totally didn't check it. Now I'm surprised we didn't check. I'm surprised we didn't check Saha's closet before going to Aga.
Yeah, I was about to say this feels like a pretty aggressive play to Aga here.
Yeah, they're both playing aggressive.
When you've already spent the time to go ahead and get that green pendant. I can see skipping Eastern, but skipping Eastern and Saha's closet, that's 4 items in there, 4 chances to bypass this.
Yeah. And that's without dipping Eastern. I mean, without the hammer and without the bow, I mean, all you're going to have access to is pod.
And that was our Dark World map check on TJ's side. Looked like pendant, pod, and ice, and then red.
Oh, no!
TJ, you forgot something, bud.
You need that, TJ. Yeah, I'm not certain ag is required yet. The hell,
yeah,
hammer's gonna be on Pyramid Ledge, watch.
I mean, and that's the thing, with no hook shot to get across the river, no hammer to get down to Hype Cave, all the Aga play really gets you is pod.
Well, and possibly only one logical check in pod, right? If it's not a key.
Yeah, like I know pod's always the answer, pendant pod is always the answer, that's the meme and everything, but it could be pendant pod could still be the answer, but not have the answer to Dark World, you know?
Yeah, and you know, I don't hate it. Maybe they're thinking, you know, I mean, actually I do, I really don't like it. But I mean, maybe you're thinking, you know, I've got a blue potion, I can potion camera unlock and get to quite a few more chests in pod, which would all be in logic because of the lamp after a bow, right?
Yeah, but you know what I would like even better with that play is finding the hammer in Saha's closet and
I know.
And using the mirror to route pod and Eastern together.
Oh, agreed. Yeah, TJ still has back of escape. No, we did back of escape.
Yeah.
Yeah, so TJ just has sauce. I bet TJ does unless there's something we completely missed on Lumberjack and weren't paying attention.
Yeah, but even if that's the case, then we'd need boots for that.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, TJ just took down the worm. Let's see if he remembers to go back for that moon pearl.
Yeah, that Agina check, the Agina check and the fake flipper play actually have put TJ quite a bit behind because we're almost a whole Aga tower that may not even be necessary to being almost even.
Okay, TJ's going back for that moon pearl.
Yeah, Rainman, I think, is correct again. You can route Saha in with Mirror for pod if you think it's an Agassi.
Yeah, that's true, I suppose.
Castle Tower just takes so long if it's not necessary.
Yeah, with between 6 and 7 checks ahead of you, that might make it unnecessary. Meanwhile, in logic going this way, that's one of your 2 guaranteed in logic checks out of the way. Can't have more than 6, so it's really That's an expensive coin flip to lose.
Although, actually, catfish is in logic, correct?
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
So technically, we have catfish too. Yeah. And so I guess you can route that Zora in with that in the mirror, but then you're orphaning Waterfall Cave. Now the bow on Green Pendant. Oh no!
Oh!
No, you know what? This actually, we're gonna be pretty even actually after this here in a second. And depending on what we find in Eastern Palace, Daxam may have a significant lead. If Ag is required, Daxam has a really big lead.
Yeah, that's the thing. That bow is a really nice find, but it has done very little to answer the question of was Aga required.
Yeah, no, for sure. Right now, it's like we're probably going to get Eastern Palace on one side and Pod on the other side.
Yep, and the thing is that bow does not. It opens up Armos Knights, doesn't open up anything in Pod because the only check it opens up in. Well, doesn't necessarily open up anything in Pod, I should say. Not in logic, yeah.
No, yes, it does. The bow opens up both left side chests in Pod. You can still get the 2 left side chests. So now there's at least. Well, actually, now there's
right side.
Most of Pod is unlocked because you're guaranteed to get in the first 4 chests, right? You're guaranteed at least 4 small keys, so you're at least gonna get 1 small key to open up the back out of the first 3 chests. Because you're gonna only be 2 items, and you're checking 3 chests in the front, shooter and the other 2. So you'll get at least 1 small key. So even without the hammer, you can get all the chests in Pod. But we're doing Eastern first.
He could have gotten them anyway with the potion unlock, but it puts them into logic.
It puts them in logic. No, so far, nothing to give us Dark World access. So,
yep. Yeah, I do like the play on Daxam's side going into Eastern first. It is, hedge your bets a little. It is the Crystal Dungeon. And also, as Lucian points out in chat, it's a fully clearable dungeon. You could conceivably get the hammer in here, in which case, wow, now you can go ahead and clear Pod too if you feel like you need to.
Oh, was this God Eastern? It was. So Aga was required, I guess, huh?
Yep, looks to be.
Yeah, I would say the Daxam now has a really, really big lead. It's because it's either in Pendant Pod or Catfish. that hero call on the Aga play. Man.
Yeah. I mean,
that is a gamble that paid off. Like,
here's the thing. 7-2 offsuit is going to beat pocket aces a certain percentage of the time. that doesn't make it a good play.
That's not a good hand. Both runners recognizing that they did get the best possible Eastern Palace setup. All right, so now we know on TJ's side that, well, we're gonna go do Castle Tower, and that's basically we're a boss kill and all of Castle Tower ahead on Daxam.
Yep, that feels bad because TJ's been very thorough up to and including putting off last locationing Aga, which is a very reasonable play, but you add that in with the long walk to Agina plus the fake flipper checks and Zora, which wound up being its usual scammy self. That's a lot of time.
I mean, I'd be feeling pretty good on Daxam's side at this point. Like, actually, fairly good. You know, you still have Agina you haven't checked, and you have just like the other red crystals. Ken's already got it. Shoutouts to Ken. Linktothepastken for being the tracker today. Watching, paying a lot more attention than we are.
Yes, indeed.
That wasn't a bow-locked pod.
Yep, even knowing that that Aga play was hard required, we're still looking for the next piece of the puzzle, next bit of progression here in Pod.
Yeah.
Something to let us get into the rest of the Dark World.
God, I hope it's not flippers. That would really get terrible.
Chat's talking through in this situation. Say you find Hammer here in Pod. Do you go ahead and kill Helma while you're here, or do you call that a miss and head out?
Oh man, having already done Eastern, and if Helma had an extra item as well as the pendant, I might finish it. But only because you've done Green Pendant and you've done Eastern. Like, it's a lot. Maybe not. I don't know. If I had done what Daxam did, then yes. But I think if I was TJ, I would not when he gets there. Because we full cleared and we just kind of did the hero Aga play and it was correct. So at this point, you probably feel pretty far ahead.
Yeah, if I'm counting my items and I know that Helma's got something, I'm 100% doing it. I'm a big believer that once you've made the call to go ahead and do that crystal dungeon or pendant dungeon play, you do it all the way. Especially in a situation like this where how many items are you from Go mode? Quite a few. There's so much to be found. You don't want to be leaving too many stones unturned.
Yeah, you know, if I found 2 progression items in Pod, I probably would.
So yeah, by my count, we're 6-7 items from Go mode. We need Ice Rod, at least 1 medallion, Hammer, Flute, Hookshot, Mitts, Red Cane, Flippers, 8. 8 items minimum, potentially 9. There's no way I'm leaving an item behind on Helma. Because how bad does that feel if you have to go all the way back in here for that last Go mode item?
That is true. You're right. I don't know. You probably would do it, and then you kind of feel bad about having done it, especially when it's nothing. But like, you'd feel worse if it was something, you know. All right, so we've got Aga down now. I'm gonna go over to Pod. There's the Mitts.
Yep, so that's our Village of Outcasts access. Also opens up a fully clearable Skull Woods.
Also, one of the grossest ways to have Dark World access. Just the Mitts. And Aga.
Oh, I've had grosser.
But just the flippers, huh? Yeah, the worst Dark World access for me is flippers and Hammer. With no Mitts and Aga.
Oh, Aga gloveless with flippers and hookshot to get across the river, and just the longer you go without those gloves,
Oh yeah,
the worse you feel.
Honestly, not having gloves just feels bad all the time. So what are we checking here on? Oh, Daxam. Yeah, looks like we gotta save and quit because we killed Aga and we have the mirror. Got a mirror first.
Yep. So we're gonna be heading over to the Village of Outcasts area. Very likely to be a Skullwoods play here. That is your fully clearable crystal dungeon. You always hope to find that hammer before you go into Thieves Town.
Yeah, the Mothiel fight right now. I mean, we got some health, we got blue mail, but we still have a fighter sword.
Yeah, Fighter Sword Moth is rough. You are not wrong.
Don't even have a hammer to make it fun. Wow, did we never do the back of blinds hideout on Daxam's side?
That is, I mean, not surprising that he forgot it. Mistakes happen, but surprising that.
But they remember. I'm surprised they remembered it. Yeah. Well, it won't disappear on your auto tracker. So if we're auto tracking, we'd probably see it.
Yeah, that's true. Also, that's one of the advantages of having two sets of eyes, two fully working brains working on this problem. It's a lot harder for two people to forget something like that than just one.
Yeah, it's like the only reason I would remember ever if you go into Mini Moldrum and forget to talk to the guy. Even if it wasn't on my tracker, I'd never remember. Yeah, so we're in Thieves Town, or Pod, no Skullwood. So we are making the Skullwoods play.
Yep.
I think it's the right play.
Yeah, I agree. It's well, he's got I believe still has that blue goo in his back pocket. So if things get too dicey, and with such a magic heavy fight, it's extra nice. You can just dump with the fire rod in the first stage of the fight. Refill, dump again, see where you're at.
Yeah, for sure. We'll see how the Fighter Sword Moth goes. Should be good. It's fun to watch. Oh, wait. Ken's saying that we didn't pick up the blue goo on Daxam's side.
Hey, he's got, he's got two bottles. Let's see. I know he's at least got a fairy.
Yeah, he has a fairy. That's true, too. We have a fairy, so maybe that's good, too. Maybe, oh, you know what? I think he dropped down and then maybe was like, nope, now it's going to take too long. Skipped it. We got the fairy and pod, and we had the empty bottle and cack. So
yeah, that's what it was. So, not quite as nice as a blue goo, but that little bit of extra safety certainly helps in what can be a very rough fight.
Well, we got half a bar of magic, so this actually probably is not too bad if we hit the first spin. Oh, this is pro dodging. Oh, this is an excellent Fighter Sword Moth. So far.
Doing.
I was gonna say we're one slash away. Yeah.
Very nice. The moth goes down and gives up an item for his trouble. Just 10 arrows, but I didn't see what he got in Bridge Chest. Is that both items, or does he still have one to find?
I'm pretty sure Bridge Chest was compass, but I may be wrong.
Meanwhile, TJ is walking out of pod.
We're going to catfish, man.
Yeah, must be. Continuing, just doubling down on these out-of-the-way checks.
I mean, at this point, you probably feel like you need to. You've already done it everywhere else. You need one of these to hit, because you're going to feel pretty far behind. Maybe not as far behind because of AGA required. Because a lot of people would full clear before that. So Ben, do you check the compass chest in Skullwood so that the switch chest there that we just got on Daxam's side? Do you check it on your way to the back?
I absolutely do, because if you it's right on your way anyway, and if you do find an item there, then you can go straight to the moth and hope to be able to skip bridge chest.
I also always grab it. There's a second item. Nothing in Skullwoods that we need.
Looks like TJ is trying to do a splash delete fake flipper here.
Got it.
Yep, makes it on his second attempt. Good job.
Yeah, I guess that's not so bad, because we know we're getting flippers at some point, so these are gonna, hey, we're rewarded with the Master Sword, so.
And a blue goo.
Silver arrows on bumper kit. We can get that.
If we don't get murdered by dactyls on the way. That cape
just pulling the cape
coming
out.
in handy. Yep. I'm gonna need it in a second anyway.
But you might want to stop using it right now, though. Okay.
Yeah, make sure to leave yourself a little bit of magic.
I think there's hearts in these. Oh no!
Oh.
Not the beetle. I believe there's hearts in some of these. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, see, there's a heart.
Yep. And a little bit of magic. I should have trusted the game. It's usually pretty good about giving you magic right when you need it.
Yeah, I don't see TJ missing the silver arrows this seed, though. I feel like at some point we're probably checking motor test.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We're just not dealing with dactyls today.
Nope. Now you don't want to take a death here. I suppose he's still got his fairy, but you don't want to spend your safety here either if you can help it.
Now, this is a little awkward though. TJ side, we didn't check bumper ledge.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose you can always hit it on the way back if he's heading into Skull. Yeah, no real percentage in doing it in either order.
Yeah, hilariously, both runners in the same place. Completely different runs.
Yep, bit of a high five here.
Yeah, you know, I'm stubborn, and every time I go into Graveyard Ledge and it's a heart piece, even though I'm like, I don't need that, I go grab it. I'm like, you know what? I had to lift all these pots. I need to be rewarded. But, so I think we probably do Skull on TJ's side. It's actually a little nicer for him because that Master Sword.
Yeah, that Master Sword will make the Moth fight much nicer. And yep, he did indeed swing north. He's going to grab his silver arrows too. So no spin to win Ganon fights today.
Okay,
but there's the red cane.
Kane is Samari in the chess game. I like the Master Sword also makes those dactyls a lot easier to deal with. TJ getting his revenge on the dactyls. on Daxam's behalf. A book. Yuck.
Yeah, that's
That's the pet. Oh man, it's not a pet seed. Everybody, shh. Actually, getting flippers, it very easily could be a pet seed. That's gross.
and that was powder there in the C-shaped house. That's a bit of an awkward find without the hammer, because batter's right there. You can get to
Yeah.
it with mirror, but you gotta leave your portal in a weird place.
Yeah, I mean you can do it with purple chest, right? If you decide to do the Smith chain after Thieves Town. If you don't get the hammer, so you mirror the Smith in, grab your purple chest, and then mirror out, and then just save and quit till Link's house for the light after dropping down.
Yeah, although that's not how I would be doing things, because you've got South Dark World, you want to get to Hype Cave. I'm dragging that purple chest all the way across the South Dark World.
No,
which-
agreed. I don't think it's good. I think powder is... Unless we find the hammer, powder's not gonna get that. We have not found our answer in Thieves Town yet.
Nope. Meanwhile, TJ is about to drop into his moth fight. Takes an extra second there to make sure he doesn't get 1.0'd by Mr. Hand. I like it.
Oh, what a moth being really kind. That was a good fight.
Very nice.
All right, let's see how this hellway goes. We do have a little bit of, we can powder this fairy at the top of hellway. The anti-fairy.
Yep. Could also have just caped all the way through it, but Dex doesn't need it. Cape, what's that? Who cares? Get out of here with that.
Oh, Dax definitely knows what the cape is. We saving that for the dactyls. Now, all this is logical fighter sword right now, because we got our master sword out of logic.
Yeah, the algorithm tends to want you to do mean things, and I say nuts to you, Logic. I'm gonna get my master sword where I find it.
You know, shout out to all the mentors in this tournament, for sure. I mean, mentees getting to show off tricks, slash deletes, and fake flippers, and all sorts of stuff they may or may not have known before this tournament.
Absolutely, and of course the mentees are here to learn, here to fight for a spot in the bracket stage. The mentors are just here to pass on some knowledge and have fun. Very, very generous, donating their time just to help some folks out and bring some new runners into the fold here in our little community here.
What a great community it is. You can learn a lot more about it by listening to the Go Mode podcast. Bi-weekly episodes.
All right, Dax heading into his blind fight, and I have not been counting items. I am not sure whether we're going to have something, the potential for a hammerlocked item left behind here.
I think we do. I think we got the map in the front. The compass in the front.
Blind goes down, easy peasy.
No, we definitely left an item.
Yep.
That answers your question. I know we got the compass. So it's not a good feeling to leave something. Although you're running out of checks.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't feel that bad in this pretty linear seed. It's not too terribly likely that that your opponent's going to treat this any differently than you did, so you can at least console yourself. If I wound up orphaning something important, the other guy probably did too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that Master Sword making up some time for TJ, I think. I mean, we're behind most of Thieves Town, but honestly, not that far behind. Considering all the orphaned checks we've kind of checked that we still need to check on Daxam's side probably at some point.
Yeah, definitely room for some catch up, depending on where our last couple of items wind up hiding, and still a whole lot that we're gonna need before the end of this race.
I mean, we still need the flute. Right? We got to get the mire.
Yep, we're gonna need the flute, ice rod, at least one medallion.
Yeah, at least one medallion. Oh, looks like we are
hammer.
doing the smith. We're gonna do the smith. We might be doing the purple chest thing. We'll probably take it down south. You're right. Orphaning powder for sure.
Yeah, you could.
This is basically the best time to do the smith while you're here.
Yeah, I agree. And orphaning powder doesn't feel that bad, considering that you might have to come back for hammer pegs anyway.
Yeah, so it's not really orphan. It's just 2 items there. You'll probably hit it. Hopefully we get hammer before we get the flute. You can hit them up whenever you activate the flute.
Ooh, there's the hook shot.
Ooh, on the smith.
So that's interesting. That opens up East Death Mountain, both light and dark, including Hookshot Cave. So lots of potential value up there.
And that's what I think we had mentioned that earlier, right? I mean, granted, we had to go into Hera to get Bow out of Green Pendant, but actually we didn't technically, right? Because either bow in this seed could have been the first logical bow.
Yeah, that's true.
Pod wasn't bow locked.
Yeah, so yeah, one could, were one so inclined, have skipped Hera altogether and stuck with the bow found in Bumper Cave, but
no, I think Hera was a reasonable play.
Oh yeah, especially given that we were looking at a potential Agaseed, that was 3 items to check before admitting to that inevitability. So yeah, 100%. I think that was the right play.
Well, specifically in the seed was definitely the right play. But I don't know. I still probably would have gone to Saha's closet and then went up the mountain. But yeah, you're right. Tour Day South Dark World. The other nice thing about Hookshot is we get some nice movement tech. We can at least hookshot things and go a little faster.
Yeah, it's no boots, but it's better than nothing when it comes to overworld traversal.
We got our blind script over on TJ's side.
Meanwhile, I think with that, ooh, there's another sword in Hype Cave. And the boots.
Well, that's even better.
Yeah, between that, the book, and that fire rod, that means desert is definitely clearable now.
Yeah. Just speaking of going fast, man, we say it, they receive it.
Yep, and leaving that purple chest behind just for the moment. Nice heads up play from Dax, remembering, oh, I can be dashing across these screens.
That master sword actually feels really good for Dax because now we don't have to orphan bombos tablet.
Yeah, almost certainly he would have checked it anyway, but now he can go ahead and collect it and not have to worry about making his way back here.
Bombs on bombos.
Yep. Meanwhile, TJ, it's the trend of the seed being extra thorough. We're going to get a batter check.
Yeah. Ooh, if this is Hammer, he's crazy. Just a heart.
Just a heart container.
Yeah, so I hope TJ goes back into Dark World and does Smith Chain. Almost have to, right? He could just go straight to South Dark World and skip Smith Chain.
Yeah, it looks like he's heading back to that CAC portal, though.
Yeah, I mean, he has to go into Dark World here at this point. So the question is whether or not he does Smith Chain. I think he almost certainly does. Nothing in desert so far. I'm not sure, personally, I would have continued to desert. It's not bad. You're already there, so maybe not. But knowing you have to complete Mire and having a crap ton of tech checks, I probably would have just saved and quit the mountain.
Yeah, I'm of the opinion that that if you've got a fully clearable in-logic crystal dungeon in front of you, you need a pretty compelling reason to go anywhere else. I definitely like this play.
If I was only 2 items from go mode, maybe. But another sword.
Nice.
If I was 2 items from go mode, then maybe. I don't know. I'm more than 2 items from go mode. I know I need more than that. I'm gonna have to check the mountain at some point.
Yeah, but yeah. I suppose it's a play you could make.
I think both are fine. There's no... You have to do this anyways. You're just doing it now instead.
Yeah, and especially for Dax, he has not checked Agina or the Desert Ledge yet, so that's 4 items in there.
Yep, you're right.
If it winds up being something like Ice Rod or a medallion, something that might conceivably come in handy when he does get up that mountain, that's huge.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have at least 1 medallion, maybe 2, before you head up there if you can help it, because you can open TR, hopefully, by then, but it doesn't look like we're going to be able to unless we get it on down.
Yeah, well, and of course we're going to need to find that hammer sooner or later. It's hiding somewhere.
It's a good point. I think we're waiting on our second item from Desert still. I think we got one on there.
I believe we got both. I think we got a 10 stack of arrows plus that sword.
Oh, you're right. You're right. This is the first test.
Yeah, chat's been bringing up the possibility of ice, and you can do it. It's a big ask for a pendant dungeon where half the checks are out of logic because you don't have that hammer.
Well, all of them are out of logic right now because we don't have the flippers.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, it's a a real big ask to fake Flipper's independent ice palace, unless you know that there's something important on the pedestal. And neither runner was able to check it because the book was in BOO, and we went skull first. Yeah, we're just picking up little bits of time on Daxam's side, getting some of these off checks that we checked early on TJ's side. It's just so much faster to check it now than it was for TJ. About to get another sword, though, and feel pretty good about yourself. And the boots. Yep, and now we're making the mountain play on Daxam's side.
Yeah, that's definitely where the check density is. You also get that nice little intel of what am I gonna need to get into Turtle Rock besides the hammer.
Yeah, I bet we find hammer up here. I'm really just wishing on them to not have hammer in Swamp Palace. I don't wish that on anyone. It's terrible.
Yeah, Linktothepastken brings up a good point in chat. That's our tracker this match. A save and quit to Bonk Rocks and King's Tomb might not have been a bad move before this, just in case.
Oh, you know, I think that... Yeah, no, I agree. Ice Rod. That's nice.
Ooh, no Ice Rod hunt today.
Head is slowly dying, chat. We got a lot of money this year.
Yeah, we do still need potentially 2 medallions, so the pet dream's not dead quite yet.
Yeah. I said it was slowly dying. It's middle-aged.
Yep. Could also be the flute. About the only things it can't be are hammer and flippers.
It's a pretty good point. It really does kind of... Now that we're through Paradox Cave and still don't have it. Any of those. We've got just Hookshot Cave in this, right? The more I think about it, the more I'm sad that it might actually be a pet seed.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, if you're rooting for TJ and TreySpyre, you sort of need something rude to happen to give them the chance to even things up. And that was a Quake medallion there in Super Bunny Cave, so that's a 1 in 3 chance of getting into either of our 2 medallion dungeons.
Yep. And it is the vanilla Quake treated TR. We're gonna need a quick check on the island here. Oh, the hammer's on the floating island.
Ooh, there it is. So, boy, everything you needed for T-Rock just right there on the doorstep. Quake medallion, hammer, and plus the ice rod to complete it.
Head feeling less likely now, suddenly. It's just a range of emotion. And the shovel.
Hey, that's fine. That's exactly when you want to see the shovel. When you've already got all the stuff you need for up here, when it doesn't force you into another mountain climb. Even if it does hold something you want.
Yeah, at least we can full clear the entirety of East Death Mountain, light and dark, right now.
Yep, including our Red Crystal Turtle Rock.
Well, and Ether Tablet.
Yep, yeah. And Spike Cave, so
and Spike Cave. Yeah, we literally could... There's actually the mountain rounded really well in this seed. Like, if you're going for, completionist.
Yeah, so although Chad is bringing up a good point, what's the calculus on doing Spike Cave? You're maybe 2 items from Go mode, maybe 3 depending on Meyer medallions.
I say absolutely. I think I do it after TR unless I'm in Go mode after TR. Because it's not like you can, if you do it before, you're gonna be in Go mode for TR.
Oh yeah, I mean, no matter what, it's the last move that you make on the mountain. That's almost a no-brainer.
It would feel way too terrible, I think, because you're probably gonna want right after this. If you're Daxam, you're probably gonna want to check Bonk Roxakeen too, right? So you're gonna want to save and quit anyways. It's the same.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Ether Tablet, I could see maybe skipping it because it is a lengthy check, but you're already over there for Ether, you might as well just knock it out.
Yep, agreed.
And it looks like we are going to get those boots checks from TJ.
Yeah, I think this is very reasonable. You've already checked Graveyard Ledge. They're kind of by themselves. They're close to save and quit spot.
Yeah, much like Back of Escape, this is... Once I get the means to do it, this is something that I tend to knock out just as soon as the next time I happen to save and quit. Might as well just do it.
Nothing though.
Yeah, just $40 in the sea that has not been shy about rupees.
No, rupees are much everywhere. Much rupees.
I think we might have seen every 300 rupee stack in the item pool at this point.
There's only 3, right? I think we have. We may have seen every 20.
I mean, we've seen a bunch of 50 stacks, and I think there's what, a couple hundreds.
Yeah. We got a butter sword advantage over here for Tjjoll. Because we got that out of logic sword that doesn't feel nearly as awesome now. Because you gotta imagine your opponent, even if they didn't sequence break. I bet we find flippers. I have to go to Ice Palace.
Yeah, well, as soon as I find flippers, Swamp's my next destination.
Oh, that's
go ahead and route in Fat Fairy after that.
No, you're right. I forgot we got the hammer. Right, we're doing the oh, we got the good RNG. The double pokey room. Always charge your spin walking into that room. As my mentor would say, there's a 1 in 16 chance that the pokies both walk right into you and you can just double spin them both. Still haven't found our progression answer in TR though, which is a little bit surprising.
Yeah, and well, TR is one of those dungeons where it's often pretty backloaded. You've got Laser Bridge always in the back of your mind.
There's the flute mimic game.
All right, so at this point, we are just looking for flippers to get into Swamp Palace and potentially Bombos or Ether for Mire access.
Yup.
So at this point, unless one of those things shows up in on Laser Bridge here, post Turtle Rock, a trip to the mire area seems like the way to go. You want to know whether you're 1 or 2 items from go mode.
Agreed. I think you absolutely have to go activate the flute, and then on TJ's side, you gotta go check powder, hammer pegs while you're here. It's likely the flute activation. But actually, no, you probably activate the flute, fly to mire, go check it, and then go see if you need to do hammer pegs and powder.
Yep. Of course, if we're looking for ways that this seed could troll our runners, there's still an item left in Thieves Town.
Oh, that's gross. Why would you do this to them? Oh, now we're 33% chance single item from go mode.
Yep, that was in fact the the ether medallion there.
You know, all in all, it hasn't been too slow of a seed. It's been pretty quick.
Yeah, it's been relatively linear, which is a bit unfortunate for TJ, as he is just perpetually lagging about a dungeon behind.
Yeah, it's
Daxam.
All this thoroughness that you know, some seeds gonna serve you pretty well. Other seeds, not so much.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where it's very possible to get into this this negative spiral of feeling behind, so you feel like you gotta take more risks, so then you get further behind. Like at this point, even should one of his very thorough checks pay off, that would probably just about even things up.
Yeah. Now, at this point, being, you know, flippers and possibly a medallion from Gomo, do you skip Spike Cave and Ether Tablet, or do you need to go up there? I think I probably still go up there.
Yeah, and ooh, Dax
we got a fairy.
He's still got his fairy. Okay, he's all right. But yeah, especially if I'm in Dax's shoes, where you made that early very aggressive.
Oh no, ran out of magic though.
Oh, that is most unfortunate.
Didn't we still have that blue goo?
I believe only TJ picked up the
Oh, that's right. That's right.
the
Yeah,
blue
we
goo from the
talked about this earlier.
Yeah.
For Moth. Oh, we did take the safety door though, which is nice. So we can just grab this full magic and go again. Really want the magic.
Yep, don't want to take any risks of that happening again. Taking him down just like clockwork this time.
Yeah. Plenty of magic. We got it. We're good.
But yeah, Dax feels good to be in that position where you took that very aggressive early gamble that paid off, and I think you can afford to be a little extra safe from that point on and just trust in that early advantage to absorb whatever time you spend.
Yeah, no, agreed. I would still be feeling really good if I was Dax. Like, that Aga call was just so early. There's no hesitation too. I'd like to hear what their thoughts are. Oh, Dax never even checked Spiral Cave.
Yeah, that's a bit of a weird one to try to route in. when you get your entire East Dark World access, dark and light, all at once with the mirror.
But I guess I don't know. It's a little easier, right? Because you could have climbed up Paradox, bomb jumped, and then went down Spiral, and then went into Dark World, right? So we are leaving Ether Tablet and Spike Cave. I bet you TJ checks them. The rest of his seed is any indication.
Yeah, I very much think you're right. But yeah, it's
likely to be flippers. I mean, what else do we really have? Hammer pegs in the chest in Thieves Town.
Yeah, well, Meyer area.
Well, yeah, in Meyer. That's right.
Yeah, Meyer Shed, Checkerboard Cave, and then Meyer itself.
Possibly.
Yeah, 2/3 chance.
Likely.
And then yeah, that shovel check from the shovel and hookshot cave.
Yep. I guess it's not so bad. Tablet.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty common to. You could be extra thorough, grab Spike, climb back up, and go over for those. It's pretty common to see folks choose either or Spike or Spiral to end their mountain climb. But if that's the case, I'd be inclined to go ahead and grab Ether Tablet and Spike Cave for the 2 checks versus 1 and leave Spiral behind. But
yeah, no, that's what I was thinking. I'm actually kind of curious as to how we didn't check it the first time. I'll have to go back and rewatch exactly what mountain route we took.
Yeah, well, I believe they took the route where you take the portal on the southeast part of the mountain, mirror next to Super Bunny / Paradox.
I got it.
Yeah, go into Paradox first and then hop back in your portal for Super Bunny.
I guess that's not so bad. I probably would have, knowing that Ether Tablet and Spike Cave are over there, I probably would have done Spiral Cave and just walked back down.
And hopefully our eagle-eyed tracker can confirm that did look like Bombos as the Meyer entrance requirement.
Sure did, didn't it? There's slippers and...
But there's
no!
Well, I mean, that opens up Swamp Palace.
Yeah.
Which is our other 5/6 crystal, so lots of chances for that Bombos to be right along our critical path here.
Talk about a linear seed, though. You now go this way.
Yep, just breadcrumb trails all the way down.
But if you don't find Bombos in Swamp, then you have to go into ice.
Yeah, that's a little rude. I mean, or Hammer Pegs or Thieves Town, but probably ice.
Probably ice. Nah, it's in Swamp. So he's gonna be kind here. It's gonna be like the first chest. You're gonna get Bombos in the bomb chest in Swamp. Yes, Ken. Bombos could be on pedestal.
Meanwhile, TJ, in one of the few fights where Buttersword actually does help quite a bit, just makes Trinex super trivial.
Nope. You guys don't know this, but before we started the stream here, Ken was telling us all about how he was expecting an Aga pet seed. He was all excited. So if it happens, it's Ken's fault. Daxam checks left side here, right? You have to. If you don't have it already, right? Well, I guess at least Bugnet, huh? Yeah, so we are getting the Ether Tablet and Spike Cave check on TJ's side, like we expected.
Yep, speaking of the left side of things, this is huge for him if he pulls Bombos out of here.
Oh, agreed. It's not Bombos. And I kind of want it to be here. I kind of want Bombos to be in Spike Cave.
Arcturus in chat asking, is Bombos on Hylia Island?
Oh, yes, it was.
Recall. Was it? Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, all right.
We don't know that on Daxam's side because I don't think we checked it. But we definitely checked it on TJ's side when we fake flipper. So yeah, no, we head's dead. Yeah, I remember mentioning it whenever we saw Bombos on the island. So really, Daxam is not Gomoni Swamp because we haven't done an island check. We really had no time to do an island check unless you fake flipper, because he never walked over to Saha's ever. Right? We mirrored there because we did the Aga play, so it's actually tough to have to do all of Swamp here. This is a chance for TJ.
Yeah, he could make up a little bit of time here, especially if Dax winds up going back into Swamp for left side.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think honestly, if TJ goes, he's already done everything, so TJ's gonna get his flippers here and know that he's in go mode as soon as he checks Meyer, right? So he's gonna be able to immediately go mode Swamp and everything because he's gonna know that on the island is Bombos.
Yep.
Now getting the compass makes it even more likely you go back in if you don't know where Bombos is.
Yeah, so Dax is probably gonna be spending the time for left side Swamp, probably going into Pyramid Ferry. I have to imagine he checks Hylia Island before going into Ice, but
yeah, I would think almost certainly, but I think he's gonna be still slightly ahead in all in all.
Yeah, I think so too, but that brings us within the sorts of margins that could be made up with GT big key location or potentially even just execution within the gauntlet.
Yeah, no, for sure. This race is much closer if Dax goes back in for left side. Which you almost have to. You're one item from go mode, and there's what, 2 items over there, or maybe there's only 1. I guess it depends on what's on Argus.
Yeah, he hasn't found the map yet. And I didn't see whether he got the big chest either, so there's either 1 or 2 items left in here.
We'll see if we go back in.
Yeah, I could see leaving 1 item behind when you've got Pyramid Ferry, you've got all of Ice Palace in front of you.
We're gonna do Pyramid Ferry first, probably. So that's even more time. Although we did kill Aga, so Fairies do it fast. Yeah, so TJ definitely aware that we're in go mode, or no mode, I guess. We're skipping everything. And we got silvers, we really need nothing.
Yeah, what's he gonna find that would make it worth even a screen transition? Half magic, red mail, nice to haves, but
yeah, I don't think it's worth. I think you check the diver down chests because they're so fast.
Yeah, agreed.
they're worth the quarter second it takes to open the chest. But that's about it. Where are we going next? I mean, I think ice, but do we go get powder and hammer pegs, or do we go straight into ice? We're going to ice.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, so...
No, we're going catfish, maybe? No, hobo. We're going to go mirror to hobo. And check our flipper stuff. So.
Yeah, mirror to hobo. And then he's got to be thinking ice, but I have to think you mirror and check Hylia Island before that. So Dax is about to be in go mode here.
Oh yeah, it'd be really unfortunate if they flute.
And TJ's got to know he's behind. He's not even bothering with those diver down checks. He is cutting every corner he possibly can, and I don't blame him.
If we... Yeah, so we're swimming. Oh, but we're swimming on... Are we going to blind check the island? We have to. That's the only reason you'd be in Dark World here.
Oh, yeah, 100%. So, yeah. TJ not that far behind at this point. Really just an Argus fight, and then however long it takes him to get over there.
They're going to be very close. Like, within a minute, probably. Put the cape back on. Alrighty. So we've got just Meyer left. Last crystal dungeon before we head up. Mountain. So we're very close together. 125.30, so we'll see when we get into the Meyer entrance. I think it's going to be about a minute, maybe a little less.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, maybe a minute and a half all told.
Not even, right? Because it's going to be about, like, under a minute, 45 seconds, right? So, about a minute. Exactly. 10 seconds.
Like a minute 20 by my math.
126.30. 125.30 is when we entered Meyer. So, yeah, you're about right. Minute 10. Almost exactly.
No Godmire today, because why would we get Godmire when you're in go mode?
No, of course not. You know, the Venturous fight is going to go faster for TJ. They're within GT routing and that mattering, depending on the route through Meyer here, right?
Yeah, I doubt we'll see much of at least not much of a gear difference in for Vitreous, just because both have silvers, so that sword difference.
Oh no, you're right. You're right. Yeah, for Ganon though.
Yeah, it's
quite
potentially nice for Ganon. Yeah, well, it depends on how good you are at getting that 1+1 with the tempered sword. Which, if it's me playing it, it probably makes a difference. I'm not super consistent at that.
Yeah, no, I getting a little low over on Daxam's side here. Oh no! We have a fairy left? I don't think we do.
I don't.
Oh, we do.
Oh,
We do.
okay, we did. We did.
Ooh, I thought we were out. That would have put him behind. Like, yeah, we're real close now. That death alone has like.
Yeah, even just the time spent in the fairy animation is significant at this point.
Yeah, no, this race has become very close.
Of course, that Meyer Big Key is just, it's playing hide and seek with our runners today.
It's in the last chest, huh? Oh man.
Yep, and so Dax, not wanting to take any chances, spends the powder. I didn't see if he set up Spooky, but if he did, he just disarmed it.
I think he did. But yeah, he definitely disarmed it. It's hard to save it. You can still save it with Boots Dust, but it's kind of hard.
Yep. Yeah, I didn't see if he attempted to. Ooh, TJ going for some door state extension tech here.
I tried it a couple times. Could have been cool.
Yeah, it's such an edge case that it becomes useful. I've never bothered to learn it, but I really should. It's so cool.
It's the same as Icebreaker. You just dash back or turn around 1 pixel and then dash over. Sniper fireballs. Yeah, you know what? If we have Spooky armed over on TJ's side, he just disarmed it.
Yeah, he did not. I did not see him puff the boots there. I'm pretty sure he does not have Spooky armed.
Oh, it's kind of getting pretty exciting though.
Absolutely.
Silver
it's pretty funny. We're in go mode in the same situation as as in Escape at the beginning of the screen with Dax just a couple screens ahead.
Yeah. Man, and considering everything that TJ checked, like.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. Taking the long walk across desert to Agena early on, trying to find some way to avoid that Aga play. And
we went all the way to Zora. This looks like a cleaner Silver Arrows Vidi. Much cleaner.
Yeah, no lightning cycle.
Oh, we're gonna buy safeties. You know, if we skip the safeties on TJ's side, he's probably dead even going up the mountain if we skip safeties. I gotta think he skipped the safeties on TJ's side. He's
the
got
way
a blue
he's been
goo
playing.
Still. He's still got a blue goo.
Yep. Yeah, and he's been playing very aggressive after go mode. I'd be real surprised if he goes out of his way for safeties.
They are going to be a dead rock block apart. We can get the big key guessing games going, right? We've got everything beaten.
Yeah, if we've got a mod who's who can do it here.
Well, this is just for our own personal fun and your own satisfaction of being the one that guessed correctly. Because I don't think there's a bot. I personally think the 5th chest. I think Stealthos Room.
I'm gonna go 2. That's my classic bet. I like to see a big and a small key in Hope Room. Let's see it.
Oh man, TJ taking the fast way up the mountain too. It is slightly faster, ever so slightly faster to go up Spiral. Not Spiral, Paradox. Ever so slightly. It looks like he was just slightly behind, so he's going to still be a little bit behind, but... not terribly behind. I honestly think that the Butter Sword's going to matter in the Ganon fight. Like, it very well could matter.
Yeah, it could definitely... it could be the difference maker here.
It's that close right now.
Yeah, because it's literally the crystal animation is what separates the runners at this point.
That's amazing.
Not even the whole animation either. Look at this.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I did not expect that. It's like, considering how the seeded went, like, I didn't expect it. We were a whole dungeon behind. It was literally the fact that we knew Bombos was there and a full clear of swamp minus left side. Are we gonna get GT routing divergence? No, we're gonna...
yeah, well, not so far. We did have a small key in Hope Room.
All right, is he gonna go? Oh, he's going. Oh, man.
Okay. All right.
GT routing. Oh, geez. This is exciting.
Yep, it's funny seeing how the execution changes in the end game too. Dax has been, not big time losses, but a bonk here, a bonk there. Meanwhile, TJ has been very clean, and there's the big key.
It was 5.
Grats.
It was 4. Damn it.
Oh.
That was the first chest he opened, wasn't it? Oh, it's unfortunate for TJ.
Yeah, it's still pretty close though. It's if TJ had found it first, then that's a huge gap. But as it is, TJ's a little bit behind again. But he could still make it up with execution, with that Butter Sword in the Ganon fight. We've still got a race here.
100%. Yeah, I mean the Gauntlet climb alone, could give you that time. Some of these rooms can get out of control pretty quick.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, depending on how good Daxam is with the Ganon fight, that gold sword just makes it so much easier. I have a feeling though, with all the blue goo that we've got on Daxam's side, that we absolutely will cape through Ganon. So it might not make as big of a difference.
Yeah.
We should get a 1-on-1 both times, or maybe a 2-on-1. Daxam, you can't dash on those. It's like the one. There's only I think 2 places in the game where you can side bonk like that, like there, and I believe you can do it in the other spot, the spike room with the bombable wall in Ganon's tower. You can side bonk off the top wall if you try to dash for some reason. Man, TJ is making us some time so far.
Yeah, he's flying through these rooms. Of course, he's just about to enter the gauntlet proper. Daxam just missing that one cycle on the Landmo, but recovers very nicely. Nice little 2-cycle there. And Dex missing the unicycle in Wizrobes too. Meanwhile, TJ's heading into his Landmo fight. Let's see if he can.
Oh, getting the poke.
Oh. Yep. Gonna lose just a little bit of time there with a 3-cycle Landmo fight.
I think he still gained time in the gauntlet, actually. Overall, though.
Yeah, I think you could be right.
Yeah, we're basically torch room and gaining some time back in Wizrobes. Or why we're opening chests.
Yeah. I mean, I guess half magic and red mail are still out there, but how bad do you want them?
Well, Moldorm Fall would really change this too.
Yeah, doesn't take much.
Nope.
Not today, though. And yeah, TJ has no time for chests.
Oh, there we go, another side bunk. Look, they did it in both possible places. Yeah, we are 100% in AGA and Ganon execution difference territory.
Absolutely. Of course, TJ still has the potential for a bad Moldorm Fall. Not gonna happen,
nope,
though.
Not gonna happen.
I tried to jinx you, but he said no.
We're not even gonna open the last yet. We're just TJ, no time, no chest time.
I got no time for memes. That's a meme chest.
Oh, missing a cycle. We're gonna both be in AGA too at the same time.
Yep, picking up a nice little double there.
Let's getting ready to drop into Ganon. We got our other runner on AGA too.
Yeah, so far, TJ Zaga not looking to give him much of an advantage.
It's about the same. Actually, exactly the same number of cycles.
Yep.
So we are. Ooh, the gold sword 100% can make the difference here. That and the silver sight. For sure. And we're not getting a one-on-one, I don't think. Maybe. No. Oh, this is going to be the gold sword, man.
Yep, it's going to make a difference here. Dax is playing pretty aggressive, wading in and tanking some damage. He knows that he's got his blue goose to save him.
Put the cape on. Go hit him. Oh, we already got 6 hits. I didn't realize it.
Yep. TJ just spent a lot of time in the menu there, though, and those are the kind of margins we're dealing with at this point.
Yeah, that menuing, that's basically the difference. That's insane. We'll see if one of them goes for... Oh, we're getting the first silver hit for the torch glitch. All right.
Dax missing the torch glitch. That's... I was about to say that's okay, and usually it would be, but we're operating with some real thin margins here.
Oh,
TJ
so close.
also missing the torch glitch. Oh.
He almost got the triple spot, though. Oh my god, this is so close. We're about to. Tjjoll, Ganon is dead on both screens.
Oh my god.
Seconds apart. We are the end game animation apart. That menuing, I think, literally cost TJ the game.
I think you're right. Dax does indeed finish in first place with an official race time of 1 hour, 43 minutes, and 28 seconds, followed by TJ with an official race time of 1 hour, 43 minutes, and 39 seconds.
Oh,
11 seconds difference here today.
Oh, the menuing, it hurts. That was an incredible end to the race. Incredible.
Wow. Well, we'll hope to get our runners and their mentors in here for an interview, because I got questions.
Jeez.
But I also don't blame them for take a second, take a breath. The thing is, in other tournaments, you've got that 10 minutes of stream delay to get through to kind of collect your thoughts. We're not doing that here. So give us a second to get these gentlemen in here.
Oh, we got Daxam and Megawott sitting in the waiting room, ready to come in. All right, and we are joined by Daxam and Megawott, and also TreySpyre and TJ. GG's, everybody. Congrats, Daxam.
GG's, guys.
That was incredible at the end there, guys.
That seems very close.
Yeah, definitely.
TJ, the nerves at the end, man. Was that what the menu was?
Yeah, it sure was.
So I don't know if you've seen yet. So TJ actually had Gold Sword, and Daxam is still on Tempered. You got the one out of Waterfall Fairy with the early Ancilla Splash Leaf.
Yeah, we were wondering if that was just going to end up being that way, and then once we saw the flippers, it was like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and so you were ahead that sword, and so you made up so much time in the Ganon fight. Like it was incredible. Like it was super close.
Well, that's good to know. That's great.
So let's talk about the elephant in the room. Dax, you rushed Aga. You beelined, boy. What was the thought process there?
So me and Megawatt talked it out, and we obviously have to go to Eastern at some point. It's the crystal, and we just went to Hera we got the green pendant. So it's set up where we have mirror, so we could do Aga and bet on Hammer and Mitts, being Aga locked, and be able to get all of Saha, but while also speeding up the walk to pod, and hopefully be able to check stuff in pod along with finishing Eastern.
Yeah, we were basically fairly confident.
That bow, which was pretty good.
Yeah, we were basically fairly confident that given the equipment we had, that it was going to be an Aga seed, which is why we opted to go to CAC a little bit earlier than I otherwise would have had him do. Just so we could try to get the equipment we needed. And then that made the pod Eastern combo play super efficient.
Yeah, for sure. Was there any thought of actually walking over to Saha with the green pendant before Aga?
There was definitely some thought. It would have been a safer play for sure, because there was definitely a lot on the table with going straight to Aga there. But we both agreed that we were fairly confident it would work out to where it was an Aga seed. So he felt okay with taking that route and being able to combo pod Eastern super efficient.
Yeah, so that was one big difference between you two, because TJ got the bow from green pendant, and then immediately did Eastern.
And that is completely understandable too.
Yeah, no, that's what we said. We hero Aga call.
Yeah.
It made every chest in Eastern exciting.
Yep, and then on the other side of the coin, TJ and TreySpyre, you last locationed Aga. You were very thorough throughout the entire seed. which ultimately did wind up paying off with that knowledge of where your Gomod Bombos medallion was. Is that something that you'd planned going in, or is that just kind of how things developed?
It kind of just evolved into that. Once, like, we obviously we knew Bombos was there because we checked it earlier, and once we got down to, well, if Myers Bombos, then we know we need flippers, and it's in one of these 6 places. Because at that point, we had 3 dungeons we hadn't touched, and it couldn't be there. So it just at that point it was more of a, I guess, let's look at the overworld, because flippers are probably there.
Yeah, we did talk about going and getting them out of Logic for a little bit, but then we thought it would be too long by the time we got the boots, but... you know, all worked out in the end one way or the other.
Yeah, we were hoping at some point that one of those thoroughness checks was going to pay off. Besides the bombos, that we were going to find, you know, hammer or something on Spike Cave or Ether Tablet, or get your Dark World access from Agina early.
Right, yeah. It was the whole Agina thing. Like, I've seen recently so many people combo that with the dam, and I like that personally. They don't last located, and you know, if something's there, because you know, God forbid you have your Dark World access there, when you, instead of it having to be an Agaseed, you can just go to the Dark World. I don't know.
It's kind of an elephant to leave it hanging.
Yeah, a little bit.
So I gotta bring up another elephant. I think me and Ben noticed, TJ, when you ran up the mountain and veered over to Hera and just kind of left your bowling ball.
Well, who needs the shiny stone anyway? wasn't until Trey told me that it was something good.
Oh, listen, you pointed out that, oh look, my moon pearl. Skip. Like,
but you know, Dax did something kind of similar. Dax, I feel like Dax went into Spec Rock Cave and was like, "Oh, a blue potion, I'm gonna go get it," and then I gotta go down and get it, and he jumped in the hole.
Sort of. On that, my hand actually slipped to my controller.
Oh, okay.
And fell in.
Gotcha. So fat finger, Ben, you were right. Good job.
Yep. Happens to the best of us.
Yeah. I like the dedication to not go back and get it, though. You're like, no. Waste of the time. It's done.
Yeah.
Oh, I knew that was gonna be mentioned.
Oh yeah.
Don't worry. I brought it up to TJ every second I could. Don't worry.
And he's never gonna let me ever forget it.
Nope.
Hey man, that's the kind of thing, the kind of interactions I think that make the Mentor tournament just so fun. Like, it's pretty great.
Yeah,
so
it is all
definitely
good fun. There's no ill will there. TJ and I are pretty good friends.
Yeah, so if any mentors and mentees are watching and have clips that they can take of their mentors freaking out when they're doing very silly things, or just banter back and forth, that's just hilarious. We should really put a supercut together, because there's some funny stuff that happens.
Oh, there would be.
Oh.
Ooh.
I can think of plenty in my races.
Yeah, I can agree. We've had a few.
No, chat's bringing up that you guys' collection rates are actually very, very similar. And I think, honestly, it's mostly all of the chests that you checked in Swamp, Daxam, and the end of GT. You picked everything up on the climb, like the Helmer room and everything. Were you looking for half magic, or we were kind of wondering why you were...
Half magic, even though I had 3 potions, so I really didn't need it. Or in case there was a gold sword there and the amount of time it would save on Ganon.
Gotcha. Yeah, TJ had no time for chests.
Oh, nope. Leave them.
Yeah, no time in Swamp. We're skipping diver down checks and everything, man.
We have silvers, we have butter. Who cares?
Yeah, let's go.
We're fine. Ganon's free.
Yeah, that was the other big difference maker in GT was that TJ and Trey did what I'd consider a more usual move and took that small key in Hope Room and went right, whereas Dax went grabbed Hope Room and then went straight left.
Yeah, that's definitely a bit of time.
Let's say that's some time
For
difference
sure.
right there.
Yeah, that was it got very, very exciting very fast. Like we were
I
like, oh
imagine
man.
so.
Well, because
Post races like this make a fantastic race stream.
they do. Well, when we realized that Dax didn't know, chat was reminding us that Dax didn't know that Bombos was on the island.
Oh,
And
Yeah.
so and
Yeah,
so
we found
they
that
were
blind
checking.
toward the
we-
very end there.
Yeah, we thought we were kind of thinking, oh man, he may go back into left side swamp with how few checks are left. Did you consider it at all, or did you say nope?
We talked about it and decided it would just be barely too much, and it would be a weird situation of like we could go in and try to see if we get one item and then mirror out at the big chest, but if we don't, then we have to go, and it seems like a mess. So I decided that it was better to risk losing if it was there.
Yeah, I mean, it ended up being the right call for this seed for sure. Like that would have most definitely made the difference.
I did try to push him to at least go in and check the big chest though, but yeah,
Oh, man.
if we didn't, like, if we did do that and then there wasn't an item there, then we would kind of be stuck doing left side. So definitely understandable the way he just decided to say, yeah, I'm not going to have anything to do with that. Thank you very much.
good old Swamp Palace.
Horrible place.
Wow. I think Swamp Palace is fine. It's just long.
We were also pretty glad that Daxam, that you blind checked the island instead of just fluting down to 8 and swimming to Ice Palace and then doing it and then checking the island.
Yeah, so we were originally thinking about going straight to Catfish after Pyramid, but we realized with how much money was early on, doing a fake flipper to Zora or something, or would be somewhat reasonable to do. And if that happened, then TJ would have seen what was over on the island and gotten the item from Hobo. And if that's Bombos, then we're probably behind. So it's better to try to do what we think our opponent might have done. And that ended up being where Bombos was.
There was also the small caveat that if we did route straight to Catfish Zora, then it left us in kind of an awkward spot for checking Hobo and the Lake Halley Island. So doing it the way we did, where we planned to just go south, mirror and grab Hobo from Dark World, and then do a blind island check into taking the portal to Catfish, and then doing Zora after that would be slightly better.
Yep.
Yeah, that's definitely the better routing play. 100%.
Now this race was really good for, you could see the logic that you like with the decisions that you guys were making. Like you kind of could predict what you were thinking when you did what you did. And both runners had completely different philosophies on what was happening, but they both worked to the point that you had 11 seconds between you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'd be. This might be a good one for us to go back and watch at some point, just to see the differences, and take notes, take many copious amounts of notes.
I'll fill out the first one. Don't walk by a Moon Pearl. I got it. Don't worry.
Yeah, perfect. Good.
Well, anything our runners have to say about the seeds?
Not that I can think of.
No, me neither. GG's, Dax, Megawatt. Thanks for putting everything on, guys, for volunteering. To our Restreamer, to our trackers, and thanks, Trey, for putting up with my shenanigans and guiding me through this.
Yeah.
Yeah, GG's, you guys.
GG's.
GG's.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you to Minus for restreaming, and to Linktothepastken for tracking, and to everybody at the Go Mode podcast, and of course to my co-commentator Vextopher.
And let's give a big round of at-home applause to Ben, leading the way here. GG's to our runners.
GG's one and all. And I think that'll just about wrap it up for the evening. Good night, everybody.